Hey there, movie fans. This time I'm going to take a look at the Ford at Fox DVD box set. This set contains all 24 movies that John Ford has made for 20th Century Fox. And I can tell you that this is the heaviest box set that I have in my DVD collection, or any collection for that matter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the contents out of this box set and I will give you a closer look on each of them. Okay, now here's the box set, and this was around the box set. This has sort of a cardboard sleeve, if you want to call it that, with some of the contents on it, and there's a picture of Henry Fonda in the middle from The Grapes of Wrath. There's another picture there as well. The Grapes of Wrath is a great film about the Great Depression. John Ford actually made two films about the Great Depression. This one and Tobacco Road, which is also part of this set. First up is this sleeve, which was at the back of this box set. You can see all the titles here, all the movies that this box set contains. And here's another I don't know how, it's kind of a special paper, but these are all the credits of all the movies: What Price Glory, Young Mr. Lincoln. And here are the rest of the movies. These ones are all silent movies, and there is a little story I'd like to say about the three Batman. One of the actors, Lou Tellegen, is the first ever Dutch movie star, and he was one of the many foreign actors who was working in Hollywood during the silent era. And when the talkies came out, the talking movies, the sound movies, their career was as good as over. And the main reason of that was, because of their accent. And Lou Tellegen, he couldn't stand the fact that his Hollywood career was over. And one day he went home and he decided to take his own life. And the way he did that was very tragic and very gruesome. He actually took a pair of scissors and stabbed it straight into his heart. And he was one of the many foreign actors who didn't have a Hollywood career anymore when the talking movies was introduced. But anyway. Oh, Just Priest, by the way. This is one of the three movies that John Ford has made with Will Rogers. The other one, this is the first one. Dr. Bull, Just Priest was the second one, and Steamboat Round the Bend was the third one. This movie came out in 1935, which is the same year that Will Rogers got killed. I believe he got killed in a plane crash, if I'm correct. But he was, a big movie star at the time. This is a pre-production of a brochure. This is Four Sons. The Flames of Inspiration, director John Ford. I'm giving you a quick look at this book, or brochure, I should call it. I'm pretty sure that the real brochure, I don't know if it exists. There might exist somewhere in the world, but I'm pretty sure that the real one costs a lot of money. Although this is not really a familiar movie, Four Sons. Well, you can see here, this was 25 cents. I'm pretty sure that it's cost a lot more now. Presented by William Fox, of course one of the founders of 20th Century Fox. And here is the pre-production of the Iron Horse brochure. Iron Horse is pretty much the first great Western by John Ford. It's about the building of the what was it again? The Pacific Union Railroad. It's a great film, by the way. There's this set contains two versions: the U.S. version, which is the long version, and it also has the UK version or the European version, which is I believe about a half hour shorter. There's President Lincoln over there. Well, actually, this is the actor who played him in the Iron Horse. There's a beautiful painting there. Now this has the two locomotives coming together, and I believe this is Abraham Lincoln with that hammer in his hand. Here's John Ford himself. He kind of reminds me, I mean, you know, if you're looking at him this way, he kind of reminds me of John Hughes in a way. Here's some of the actors from the movie. And here's another beautiful artwork of the Iron Horse as well. Okay, now this is where the DVDs are housed in. Now here are the two different versions of the Iron Horse. This is the international version, and the US version, which is longer. Here's some of the other discs. You can see a dartboard over there, by the way. Most of these DVDs are double-sided. You can see here the Grapes of Red. Side 1 is the movie, and side B, side A is the movie, and side B are the extras. Well, some of them contains two movies on one disc. Just Pals, Four Sons. Just a dartboard again. The World Moves On. Steamboat Around the Bend. The Prisoner of Shark Island. I also have this on UK DVD from the Masters of Cinema series. This is Young Mr. Lincoln. This is, as you can see here, this is a Criterion DVD. I think 20th Century Fox made a deal with Criterion, to put this disc on this set as well. You can see the disc one. I have the separate Criterion set as well, which contains the the 2-disc version. Drums Along the Mohawk, another film with Henry Fonda. Very good western as well. Tobacco Road. This is what I was talking about. This is the other movie about the Great Depression. What Price Glory. That's a pretty good one. How Green Was My Valley, which is a beautiful film. It also came out on Blu-ray recently. And that was pretty much it for the DVDs there. And now we're going to take a look at this picture book for at Fox. Here is the man himself behind the camera. William Fox Studio. These are, mostly pictures from the movies that he made from 20th Century Fox, of course. Up the River, which stars Humphrey Bogart, as you can see him here. And Spencer Tracy. This was a film that they made very early in their career. They weren't very popular in that time. Just Priest was actually a very enjoyable film, I have to say. I wasn't really expecting it. Will Rogers played the title character. And this movie also starred Hattie McDaniel, who was the first African American who ever won an Academy Award for her role in the Gone with the Wind. Wee Willie Winkie was this a film with Shirley Temple. Here she is right there. Four Men and a Prayer. I saw this movie recently, and it was a enjoyable movie as well. David Niven starred in it, and here is George Sanders. It is about four brothers who are, investigating the murder of their father. What's her name again? Loretta Young, I believe her name is. And I think this was kind of like an inspiration for that John Wayne movie, The Sons of K.D. Elder, and also the Mark Wahlberg movie, Four Brothers. I'm pretty sure that was kind of like a remake to Four Men and a Prayer as well. Drums Along the Mohawk, which is a very good western. John Carradine, the father of the Carradine brothers, Robert, Keith, and David, he starred in he did some small roles in many of John Ford's movies. Is Henry Fonda as the young Mr. Lincoln. It was, of course, it's a fictional story at the time when Abraham Lincoln was a lawyer, and later on, of course, he became the president of the United States. It's Tyrone Power over there. Who's that again? That is, man, I forgot his name. McDowell. Not Malcolm McDowell, but, he played Peter Vincent in the Fright Night. God, I don't remember his first name. McDowell. Andy McDowell? No. Well, anyway, you can see it here below what the name is. But he actually was a child actor. Yeah, he starred in many films. He also played Caesar in the original Planet of the Apes. Tobacco Road with the beautiful Gene Tierney. Gene Tierney later starred in some of the film noir classics like Laura. And I believe that is Ben Ward. Was also he also starred in some of the John Ford westerns. I believe he was also in The Searchers. My Darling Clementine, also another great western with Henry Fonda as Wyatt Earp. Walter Brennan, that's a very familiar name. I think he did some other John Ford movies as well. James Cagney over there, the great James Cagney. And that was it for this beautiful picture book. And here's a picture of the premiere of The Grapes of Wrath at the 4-Star Theater. Never actually heard of that theater before. And finally, this set also contains an extra DVD, which is Becoming John Ford, tracing the career of the director who defined American cinema. A new documentary by Nick Redman, director of A Turning of the Earth, John Ford, John Wayne, and The Searchers. So there you go. That's all the contents of this very large and very heavy Ford at Fox box set. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.